Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the general monthly reading for the month of October 2018 for all of the signs. For the reading, I'll be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso. If I need to clarify anything, I will use the Zillich Tarot deck. And I will pull one additional oracle card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck by Denise Linn. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading with me would be to order a private reading. If you're interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video telling you how to do that. One other thing I will say, it's also a good idea to watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising signs. Sometimes, for that particular month, one video might resonate better than the others, or by listening to all three of them together, you'll really have a more complete overview of what is coming up for that month. And it's always a good time right at the beginning of each month for me to just say a big thank you to everybody who takes the time to watch these videos, to leave comments, to like the videos, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you very much, and I will see each of you or each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Scorpio, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your October reading. As you can see, I have already shuffled off camera and have laid the spread. So let's jump into it. So you have at the center of your reading, actually, you have a lot of major arcanas. So, before I even get into the reading, I would just say that there's a lot of divine orchestration at play this month. So the universe really stepping in, many things kind of out of your hands. Okay, so keep that in mind. So you have major arcana number 20, Judgment. And it's crossed by major arcana number 5, the Hierophant. Okay, and out of the 10 cards plus the additional one from the bottom of the deck, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the cards, so over half of the cards are major arcana. So significant month for many of you, I would think. Okay, so going back here, the Judgment card crossed by the Hierophant. The Judgment card, it can speak of, a judgment call, so needing to make a significant decision. The Judgment card can also speak of, a brand new beginning, because there's a lot that goes with the Judgment card that has to do with, forgiveness, releasing things from the past, atonement, if there was, for example, within a situation, just, releasing any negative feelings about that, just kind of letting go, putting the past behind you, making amends and moving forward. So this, a judgment call, a fresh start here, a higher calling even. And then, through one ending, we know that through death comes new life. So there's this new beginning as well. But, this new beginning comes after letting go of the past, okay? And it's being helped or hindered by the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, it's a very traditional energy. We usually associate the Hierophant with, there's large institutions that follow, all of the norms, have the ceremonies, that traditional way of doing things. So, we usually think of like organized religion, the large religious institutions having all of the ceremonies and orders that they follow. Can also be the government, courts, like the court system, large universities, anything where it's, it's a large organization or institution, and, following those traditional standards, or, the traditional way of doing things. The Hierophant is also, as a religious figure here, this could be somebody that, you're seeking out the counsel of this person. This could be a legal counselor. This could be you know, a spiritual counselor, going to a counselor, isn't like a psychiatrist, psychologist, seeking out, you know, the wisdom, seeking out some type of, you know, guidance from this individual here. With the, you know, the Judgment and the Hierophant, there could be, again, the sort of legal side to the situation, that you could be dealing with the court system, dealing with the, you know, the judge, the court system, lawyers. There could be a, you know, judgment being served, or, you know, being handed down. So there could be some type of ruling at the center here. You know, but usually with these cards, when the major arcanas come in, it's, you know, it's going in your favor. It's things, you know, finding out about these things and then, you know, kind of putting it behind you, things going in your favor. But it's, you know, two very significant cards to have at the center of your reading. We'll probably come back to them. I'll go through the rest of your cards first and then tie them back in here. Now you have in the, at the foundation of your reading, the Two of Swords. And this is usually a card that speaks of, you know, it's a stalemate card. It oftentimes is referred to. It's, you know, needing to make a decision, but for whatever reason, not being able to, right? And we do have this major decision at the center of your reading. But this usually suggests that for whatever reason, you're unwilling to see things for what they truly are. You're unable to, you know, see a situation for what it is. You're unable or unwilling to make a decision. And it's a very, you see how the woman, she has the swords across her chest, right? She's in a very defensive position. She also is blindfolded, sort of suggesting that, you know, she's unable to see things, incapable of, you know, she's just all about defending herself here. And so she's in this very defensive position. It does sit, you know, in the deep past at the foundation. So there could have been a, you know, a decision or a situation that you felt, you know, you were kind of tied. You didn't know which way to go or what the best decision, you know, what the best answer would have been for you. And there's usually an impasse, you know, it's like stopped, right? It's a stalemate. It's very stagnant energy, the Two of Swords. The Suit of Swords itself deals with, it's the suit of the mind, our intellect, intelligence, right? It's where we come up with our ideas. It's how we communicate with other people. So there could have been, you know, this difficult situation or decision that, you know, you felt as though you were unable to do so, or, you know, unsure as to how to move forward, how to, you know, what decision to make here. And there's another card that speaks of a possible delay or timeout in the recent past as well, with the Temperance card. Now, the Temperance card has a couple of different meanings, right? It can speak of, obviously, balance, right? You see that the woman on the card, she is pouring water from one cup into, you know, the fire. See that one cup has fire, one cup has water. Now, obviously, she's doing so, you know, in a very balanced manner, at the perfect, sort of at the perfect speed, you know, combining both things perfectly. And what she is able to create is a beautiful rainbow. Obviously, if she just dumped the one cup into the other, she'd put out the fire and, you know, nothing would be created out of it. So there's a need for temperance, for balance with this card. Sometimes the card comes in when there's, you know, things might be out of balance in your life. And so there's a need to kind of rein things in, bring things back into balance, you know, different areas of your life. This can sometimes appear when, you know, if you've been working too hard, not having enough time to dedicate to yourself, to your home, to your family. You know, so a need for more balance in your life, right? A more balanced approach to things. Sometimes the Temperance card can speak of, you know, trying to control excesses as well. So if, you know, if there's been eating in excess, drinking in excess, spending in excess, whatever the excess might be in your particular situation, this card comes in to say, you know, there needs to be balance. There needs to be moderation here. Now, the Temperance card also has a meaning of, you know, possibly a delay, right? And if there is a delay, there's divine timing at play with that delay. So, you know, if there was a project that was supposed to start up, possibly, you know, then and it didn't, okay, it might be annoying, but there was a reason for it, okay? So there's a higher, the universe is stepping in and saying, just take a break, or, in a week's time, or there might be a week's delay, but don't worry, there's a reason for it. So, again, there is that other message that comes through with the Temperance card. Crowning your reading, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So, with the Seven of Pentacles crowning your reading, the message from your higher self, this is about planning. This is about forward thinking, right? With it being the Suit of Pentacles, it has to do with the tangible things, the material things here in the material realm, such as the money that we earn, our resources, our home, family, education, knowledge. And the Seven, you can see that the woman here, she has, a basket full of fruit. She has enough pentacles, around her. So she's done, she's feeling good about what she has accomplished so far, but she's also, not losing sight of the end goal. So whatever the end goal is for her, and again, this is, for you, this is going to be different for everybody watching, but it's about keeping your eye on the prize, and so she's taking this moment here, this sort of time out to consider, right, to look at what she's achieved so far, and to kind of weigh things up and say, all right, if I continue on the same path, if I continue doing things the same way, how or what type of end result can I expect? Am I doing well enough that if I continue doing things the same way, I will reach, whatever my 10 of Pentacles is or my goal is, or do I need to change something? Is there something that I need to change at this time? So it's a card of feeling good and sort of celebrating a short-term goal, feeling good about what you've accomplished, but then also, keeping your eye on the end prize. You have another Seven coming in as your near future, which is the Seven of Wands. So, whatever this, possibly with the Seven of Pentacles here, whatever this end goal is, whatever this, you're working towards, and you still need to continue on the path right down towards this end goal, you're doing so very valiantly, very courageously. Okay, the Seven of Wands it's like the fearless warrior type of energy. You see that the man, even though he's outnumbered, he has 6 of these wands facing him. So even though he's outnumbered, it doesn't matter, because he actually has the upper hand here. You see that he is up on the peak, right, on top of that little mountain peak. He's on a dragon. His dragon has wings. He could fly away if he needed to. He also has his shield to defend himself. And you see his dragon is sort of curled up in its tail is a crystal ball. So suggesting that he has, the vision, he has this, he knows where he's going, right? Even though he is outnumbered, it doesn't matter. He's valiant enough, he's courageous enough, he has this insight and this, forward kind of vision of where he's going. And he's, going after it very courageously, very valiantly. This card also can have to do with standing your ground. So sometimes if you're, coming up against other people's, they might be questioning your opinions, or questioning, your reason for doing something, or, just questioning, doubting, or questioning you. So you might have to stand your ground and defend your point of view and say, this is what I think, this is how I'm going to move forward, this is the action that I'm going to take. So you just need to be that valiant, type of warrior to, one, defend yourself against anything that you might come across, but also, to stand your ground. Now, you have 3 major arcanas in a row here. So you appear as the Magician. Surrounding you, you have major arcana, the Star. Okay. Your hopes and fears, major arcana number 4, the Emperor. And I'll go ahead and show you this outbound energy, and then I'll talk about these cards. you have the Six of Wands as your outbound energy. So there's a lot of fiery energy surrounding you, and also, manifestation, wish fulfillment. I mean, you appearing as the Magician with the Star card surrounding you. I mean, how perfect is this? Magician is all about manifestation. This is you having all of the tools within your grasp that you need to, do whatever it is that you want to do, to bring about, to manifest whatever it is you want to manifest. And you do so by, believing in yourself and using what you have, right, at hand. But it's also about you partnering with and knowing how to partner with the universe, right, and harnessing this energy, harnessing the energy from the universe in order to, as above, so below, to bring these things here into the physical realm. Surrounding you is wish fulfillment. The Star card it can be a card of healing as well, right? The Star card does have that meaning as well. You can see that she's pouring this water out here. So it's a very, this flowing water, very healing, calm, healing energy that goes along with this. So sometimes the Star card comes when, if there's been some type of healing, right? This taking the time out, healing. But it also has, obviously, the, wish upon a star meaning. So wish fulfillment, whatever your wishes, the intentions that you have set, put out into the universe, this is about keeping positive, having that belief that, it's not just making a wish and saying, and setting that wish out into the universe. That's not enough, right? We can't just say, I want this to happen and then that's it. No, we have to believe in that wish and keep that positive, thinking, to keep very positive, trusting that, whatever our wish was, that it will get fulfilled. So, again, there's this, we do our part, but we also, we partner with the universe. So it's this co-creation, this bringing, manifesting through ourselves, but also, by partnering with the universe here. Your hopes and fears with the Emperor. It could be an individual, right? The Emperor is usually associated with the sign of Aries. And the Emperor is sort of the ultimate father figure, right? He's all about taking care of what's his. So of his family, of his home. He's also, he's kind of a born leader. He also has the vision. He's not afraid to go after new things, to embark upon new projects, endeavors. And he's, if we think about the kings in the tarot, the kings, they reign over their kingdom. The Emperor's like the ultimate of the father figure of the kings in the tarot, because he rules over his empire. And so he's very capable. He's very sure-footed, and he's a born leader. And so, I think that if this is not a person that you're dealing with, and this is just, the energy, sort of what you're hoping for, I think you're hoping to have, to have this Emperor energy surrounding you, right? As you move forward, as you possibly make this difficult decision, as you deal with, if this is you dealing with, court systems, dealing with whatever, the situation is at the center, you're hoping for this Emperor energy, right? As you kind of tackle whatever it is that you're going up against. And it's positive. You have the Six of Wands as the outbound energy. This is a card of victory, right? This is you coming out on top, you being victorious. Within the workplace, sometimes the Six of Wands card appears when, if you've gone out for a promotion, it's you sort of standing out from the rest, you receiving accolades for a job well done. But in general, it's a card of victory here. And you do have as the overall energy for the month, you have the Eight of Wands, so more fire energy, right? And this is usually very fast-paced, right? Fast-paced news coming in. It can be receiving news about something. This could have to do with, going back here, this could be news of a ruling, a judgment being handed down. and it comes in quite quickly. Although usually, if we think of, court documents, typically they're sent by mail, which is, that snail mail. I don't usually associate the Eight of Wands with that. The Eight of Wands is more, texting, emailing, the back and forth, very quick correspondence. Or it can just be news coming in quite quickly. It can be news that in some way is time sensitive, so you need to act on it quite quickly, move on, move ahead or move on, whatever this news is, quite quickly. But it's very, it has great forward momentum, the energy of the Eight of Wands, so it's fast-paced forward movement. It can also speak of movement, like actually moving. So for some of you, there could be a move involved, like moving across land, or it could be across, by air, with things coming, like it's changes in the air is sort of how I think of this Eight of Wands card. So it's like, you can feel it, it's coming in, there's change in the air. Could actually be traveling by air. There could be, again, this, international moving, going by air to an international location. It could be related in some way to the situation at the center, but very fast-paced. And you have as the Oracle card to accompany your reading, Discovering Truth. It says, you stand in the light of truth. Let me find this card in the guidebook. I like to read the full meaning for the Oracle cards. And this one says, let me find it here. Here we go. Listen to the wisdom that rises from your soul, even if those around you don't agree. Trust your instincts. Be yourself, whatever the situation, and respond from the authentic place inside. Be starkly honest with yourself. Speak your truth. Live your truth. Walk your truth. Listen to your inner guidance and follow it. You radiate the energy of truth to others so they can find their truth. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, if you're facing a decision and your mind says one thing and your heart says another, follow the dictates of the heart, and you will be on the right path. If you get a nudge to speak to someone or go in a particular direction, don't hesitate. Follow this guidance. On your journey, others may indicate what path you should take and why. You can listen to their advice. However, if your heart indicates another way, follow that. There's a place inside of yourself that always knows the truth. Take time to be still, to discover the genuine place of knowing within. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is. So it's important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your soul. If there's an area of your life in which you're not being authentic or where you're not in integrity with your values, this is the time to make some changes. And that's so interesting because you have, in the center of your reading, this major judgment call, this major decision, right? And the Two of Swords, major decisions. So if there is a major decision that you're being faced with, trust in what your heart is telling you, right? You can never go wrong when you listen to your heart. Listen to, that gut feeling. That's your instinct, right? That's your higher self. That's your instinct telling you. It's your intuition telling you, this is what you need to do. This is the right decision. Okay, even if your head might tell you otherwise, right? Listen to that. Pay attention to it. So that's definitely, for some of you, an important message coming through with your reading for this month. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of October. Bye for now.